little thing, let me light your candle, cause the mama, I'm sure all the hand and I just around.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to take a look at game number 12 in our 20 from 1990 series. This is a game for the NEO GEO arcade cabinet, or the MVS. And this was created by the company Alpha Denshi. It is called Magician Lord, and it is a brutally hard game. But it's very rewarding because you can switch among different characters that have different abilities. And a number of the levels are very labyrinthine and take quite a bit of exploring. But I remember seeing this in the arcades, but I didn't play it, I don't think. It was one of the first popular NEO GEO titles. And of course the NEO GEO was created this same year. There's also an AES, or NEO GEO home port of Magician Lord. But you take the role of a sorcerer or magician, and you go around in these platform-like areas trying to destroy enemies. And the thing that frustrates me most about this game is the enemies that will constantly harangue you and shoot at you, and they can shoot through the floors and ceilings and just don't want to leave you alone. And contact with a projectile or an enemy will knock a bar of life off your life meter. Now, whenever that's what it looks like when you die, you turn into a bunch of stars. But those are the 6 different characters that you can change into. And they are almost all better than the magician. But you can power up the magician's firepower or your alternate character's firepower. And you'll have to collect certain orbs to do that, and you'll also need to collect certain orbs to change to a different character. But you'll automatically change it to that character once you collect that orb. And you see those little red fireballs that fly around. Those get really, really, really annoying. Take your time. The timer is very generous, I think, until you get to the labyrinthine levels and you're not sure which way to go. But if you run out of time, you will have a weird creature start following you around. Much like many games around this time that when you ran out of time, they'd send some enemy your way or outright kill you immediately. And there is my first form, and it is one of my favorites. It is a dragon. And by holding down the fire button, you will unleash a steady stream of fire. You just keep holding it down, and you can move the joystick around to turn the direction of the fire. Very, very good character to have. Now look at the bottom of the screen. You will see a colored meter on the bottom left. That is your new character's life meter. And when it runs out, you change back into the magician. And we went into a door to go to a different path. There will be a lot of doors the rest of the way in this game. Note how fast the dragon is climbing ladders. Actually, all the characters are fast when climbing up ladders. And there I collected another orb, and this changes me into a ninja. The ninja is actually called Shinobi. And the ninja's not bad. Sometimes you gotta watch out for these falling spikes. Be very patient with them. You will not die immediately if you fall in fire or on spikes, but you will definitely take damage, and you want to get the hell out of there immediately. And here is a boss, or a sub-boss. This guy is pretty easy. Just wait until he comes up to you, and then jump straight up, because he's going to take a slice at you. And then just keep shooting as he jumps away, and you'll hit his feet as he lands. But then you get whisked away to an actual boss.
What imprudent, you human being. Face your trial by God.
Get really awful English dialogue in this game. look carefully for the spikes that will fall and stay out of their way. This boss is real easy. And then just shoot his form when it is exposed and get ready to duck under fireballs. And just shoot however much you can. When you have a different character, even when you have the sorcerer or the magician, you can upgrade their strength, the strength of their projectile. And that is what the bottom right meter is. See, it's got little green digits on it. It can be upgraded for a maximum up to the 3. And yeah, I kind of like the ninja. All the characters, I believe, can point their firepower upwards or downwards. Most of the characters will have to jump before they can fire upwards, or jump before they can fire downwards. And we're going into another alternate area. Other orbs, besides the ones that let you change into a character or force you to change into another character, will also give you an extra power block on your power meter. The one that says 1, 2, 3. And other items are treasures, and they are just for points. Those spikes you have to back off. Yeah, I really hate these guys. Yeah, contact with one single projectile or enemy will take a life block off your life meter. Ow. You cannot shoot while climbing ladders. That really frickin' sucks. It's another thing that annoys me about this game. But yeah, the default magician can upgrade his firepower as well. I hate these guys. You cannot duck under their low shots. Ah, crap. They are very annoying. I don't know what they're called, but I hate them just about as much as the flying enemies that shoot at you. Yeah, they throw off your timing with those stupid spiked balls. Yeah, a lot of people like this. I didn't quite like it as much as they did. I got to appreciate some more things about this game. Oh god, I hate those guys. I gotta get away. Yeah, those treasure chests, you shoot them and they will reveal their contents to you. And again, it will either be treasure. Yeah, don't forget that you can shoot upwards or downwards when you jump. But yeah, the treasure chests will usually hold treasure, but they can also hold orbs that will change you to a different character. Or they can be orbs that will increase your power meter. Now watch out how you fall here, because if you touch those spike things, you will get hurt. And now we change into... This is either... what's his name? I think he's Waterman. Yeah, he's Waterman. And this is probably my least favorite character. I don't like him. I don't like him, and I don't like... there's also Poseidon, which is similar. I don't like either of them. I like the dragon and the Shinobi, or ninja. Now, once you get on this big platform, this rising platform, you will be whisked immediately up to this higher area, and you will soon face another mini-boss. And this guy's pretty easy. Just watch out when he jumps towards the center of the screen. He can nail you that way. So maybe try to stay far away on the left or right, and be ready to jump over him when he comes towards you. Ouch. But I've defeated him, and now I faced another boss. What the hell? I'm destined just to die. Okay. So die already, so I don't have to face these different forms that you, or bosses that you send at me. that wizard is trying to release a demon. Now this boss can be very frustrating. While you're ensnared in this little circular shield thing, he can send low blades at you. Oh, I got lucky. I should have probably gotten hurt. You can, one thing you really want to remember about this game is that you can control the height of your jump. You can do a little tiny tap on the jump button, and you will do a little tiny jump. Sometimes that's very crucial in avoiding getting hit by things above you. You will receive a book or a magic tome from each boss that you defeat. And there are 8 tomes, and the 8 tomes were used to seal a demon, and the evil sorcerer that taunts you is trying to release that demon, and so you need to collect those tomes to seal it away. And these hand things are annoying, like the flying enemies we saw earlier that constantly shoot at you. And this is the samurai. He flings a blade out, and I'm not particularly fond of him. We will eventually look at another character that I do like, and he makes an electrical field like Blanca from Street Fighter. Or Street Fighter 2. Yeah, I really don't like these hand things. Now we're going into another underground alternate area. And you gotta watch out for these cannons. When they turn red, they're gonna shoot at you, so get ready to jump. Ah, crap. That's a mini-boss. Again, changes to hell. What? Yeah, there's really bad English in this. I remember just laughing at it when I saw it. I was like, what in the hell were they thinking? But that is my initial gameplay of Magician Lord. And I chose yes to save to memory card. The memory card is an actual tool, or something that you can use for the NEO GEO home system, but I don't know if that has any bearing on that scene where you put in your initials. Kind of like the little engraving type of wheel that you put your initials on. But that is Magician Lord by Alpha Denshi, and now we're going to put on invincibility, and I'll pick up where I left off. Defeat this mini-boss. Oh, maybe he wasn't really a mini-boss that you get whisked away to the boss from. We go back out here. Yeah, falling into an abyss will instantly kill you, no matter what form you are. But that was not an abyss there. I think you could stand to fall down from there and not die. And now we're back to the ninja. And again, remember, when you die, or when you run out of life as a alternate character, and there I put on a cheat that gave me maximum power-up. When you run out of life as an alternate character, you will go back to your magician, and you will have 2 bars of life on your life bar. I believe that's correct. Yeah, I think that's right. I was thinking initially maybe it just picked up your life bar where it was when you were a magician, but I think it gives you 2 once you lose all your life from your alternate character. This game has pretty good music. That was probably a big bonus for a lot of gamers. But the difficulty I have trouble with. Those guys that just constantly shoot, and just one touch of their shot cause you to lose life. Watch out for this guy. He likes to dive at you from the right, and so get ready to jump over him.
That power is powerless in our presence.
What? That power is powerless. Okay. I kind of like this boss here. Not so much the dragon skeleton head or whatever the hell it is, but the teeth that protrude from the ceiling. They change position, so you can't stay in one position. You'll have to jump over and maybe duck so you don't get squished as the ceiling collapses. That's kind of an interesting thing, the teeth that stick out of walls or ceilings. And now we collect another tome. The game doesn't tell you what stage you're on, which is kind of stupid, but there is the magician with the fully powered up projectile. The projectiles, for the most part, let you like shoot an extra shot or shoot a wider shot. It's nothing super cool. And we're just gonna skip forward to later parts of each stage. We're not gonna do a full playthrough. That would just take forever, because these stages are so darn labyrinthine from this point on. So many damn doors. I can't really make you a map. I'm sorry. You'll have to kind of play. Whoop! That would have killed. That would have hurt me at least. But we have floors that extend and retract, so you gotta not stay on them for long. There are a total of 8 stages, one for each tome that you have to recollect. And there will be collapsing floors. And at this point and onward, there will often be times when the floors will collapse, and you'll need to hug left or right in order to land on a floor that you need to take to get to the boss, or the sub-boss before the boss. Some weird enemies in this game. See, there'll be a ledge that you'll need to hook over to land on, but that's not where the sub-boss is. There'll be a lot of areas to explore in this game, and a lot of treasures to make it worth your while. And that is the creature that will follow you if you run out of time, and he will just keep harassing you, and you'll keep getting hurt and eventually die. Creepy SOB. I don't know what the hell he is, but you can't hurt him. So just try to get away. If you leave the screen, he'll reappear. I mean, if you make him go off the screen, he'll reappear and keep following you. But fortunately, I have invincibility, but he is getting in the way of my shots. Yeah, that really sucks that you cannot shoot while you're climbing. Wow, that's lame. But yeah, this game has very good music. I'm kind of warming up to this game a little bit the more I play it. Like I said, I didn't really like it as much as others, but it's.
You persistent guy, but your life ends right now.
What a really dull reading of the dialogue. What a persistent guy. And now I'm back as the dragon with full firepower. I like the dragon quite a bit. Yeah, I was just not as big a fan of this game as others, but it was Neo Geo's first really big hit, I would say. I think Neo Geo would start to really hit their stride the following year, 1991. And this is Poseidon. He's got better firepower than what was the other guy? Waterman. These frogs some of them will meld together into a giant frog. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Poseidon or Waterman. Waterman's probably the worst character. we will eventually look at me use the character known as Raijin. And he looks kind of like a robot, but he has an electrical field that you can just repeatedly zap enemies with. And I think that is rapid fire, and you can just hold down the fire button and it will repeatedly shock enemies. Yeah, most of those treasures are just bonus points. Yeah, later in this game, I mean, before this point, and there's Raijin. I like his electrical field. There will be areas that just kind of repeat as you continue scrolling to the right. And it gets even more frustrating trying to figure out where you need to go. Yeah, I think that is a really cool move. Yeah, and you can use it while you're jumping. I don't think you can use it while climbing the ladder. And you cannot jump off a ladder. You cannot grab onto a ladder while you're falling past it. All of that really kind of sucks. But yeah, this I remember seeing this in I think it was Game Pro magazine way back in the day, and it got all kinds of glowing reviews, and I just never quite warmed up to it like other people did. There'll be really, really long ladders that lead up to other areas, and some of them will lead to dead ends, and you'll have to backtrack. Really kind of frustrating if you're not a fan of really labyrinthine stages in games, but they're all the stages are kind of like this from this point onwards. Some of these enemies will have defensive capabilities, and this guy will be able to block some attacks. And you'll need to wait until he reveals an opening, and he'll like throw an axe at you, and that's the time when you want to attack, or maybe when he jumps. But I can afford to be less choosy with my timing because I have invincibility.
Feel fortunate to have survived until now.
There's a guy at work that has such awful dialogue delivery, and just sounds like he's disinterested with everything in life. It sounds just like that guy that's reading the dialogue. And on this stage we see some new enemies. There's like a gal that jumps at you, and there will be several of them. Obviously, enemies that go right through you, that are strong enough when you have the electrical field going, they can still hit you. And this is one of the more frustrating areas. Whoops. It has a bunch of rising and falling platforms, and you need to not slip up. And the enemies can knock you off the platforms. Even if you have invincibility, they can bother you and push you through the platforms. That sucks. But there will be like beds of spikes or fire that you gotta watch out for. You'll be doing a lot of backtracking, whether you want to or not. You'll see a door and it'll take you backwards to an area you'd already been before. And yeah, you can pass ladders and keep going right, and you'll pass that same ladder again. This game has no reasonable sense of physics at times. There will be some areas with false floor that you'll need to break so that you can fall through and go to a lower floor. and you might have to hook left or right there. Now, I probably could have hooked to the right and gotten those treasures. And see, I'm back to where I was before. Is this the way I need to go? Oh, good. Yeah, there'll be some female ninja type of characters. And then this gal has a shield. And you can't get through the shield with, I don't think with the electrical shock. Some weapons you can.
Be dead down here.
What? Some of the weapons can get through that shield, or the shields of other enemies that sport one. That boss is pretty easy if you have invincibility and the electrical field on. I think the samurai's swinging blade can go through that gal's shield that was earlier. And we are getting close to the end. Now, when you collect, some I didn't mention, when you collect the orbs, you will see them appear at the top right. And there is a combination of orbs sometimes that you will need to get to change into that character. So one orb might not do it alone. So, for the Dragon Warrior, yeah, watch out for the abyss below these moving platforms. You'll just need you'll need 2 red orbs to change into the Dragon Warrior. A red and green orb. Oh, maybe you do need 2. A red and green orb for Shinobi, the ninja. A red and a blue orb for Waterman. 2 blue orbs for Poseidon. And a blue and a green orb for the samurai. And 2 green orbs for the Raijin with the electrical field, this guy. And if you continue collecting orbs, that'll push the second one off the screen. And it'll move the one that was second to the front. And you gotta watch out for these spikes that stick out of the walls. But yeah, this was not created by SNK. This was created by Alpha Denshi. And again, don't forget you can't use your electrical force or any weapon while you're climbing. So spiked balls again. Yeah, fortunately those brown things, they will shoot, but they're more, well, yeah, their firepower does get pretty annoying, but I get really annoyed when they try to knock you off the platforms. Fortunately, they can't take much damage. There's a dead-end area, so you have to backtrack. And remember, you can't catch a ladder when you fall past it. That really blows. But here's another enemy that can guard against your attacks. And he's armored. You can hear the little ching of your electrical field hitting against his armor. You just have to be patient and wait for the opportunity to attack. Yeah, the timer doesn't show in... I think the timer might show in a different version of Magician Lord. There are numerous different versions.
Nice guy, but your life is mine very soon.
such just cardboard delivery, just so awful. And now this guy is I think this was this the final, almost the final boss. He'll jump over to a different platform and you'll need to jump over to him. Obviously, if you fall between the platforms, you'll lose a life. We'll just scoot forward to me beating him. And he keeps jumping away when you try to jump over to his platform. And that's the final tome. And now I have one more boss to beat.
Yes, I made a mistake, but the fight is yet to finish. My spirit never dies.
That was probably like a programmer on the game or something, or I don't know. But he just has the lamest delivery. No, actually, that's right. You face all the bosses from, or bosses or mini bosses from before, or most of them, I'd say. And then you gotta face the final boss of the game. Just use the same technique you used before. And yeah, try to power up your character if you can. If you die, then you lose all that power up. Some of the bosses will be a lot more durable than other bosses. Some of them you just need to find their weak spot, and you'll be able to finish them off quickly if you can keep attacking it. These gals kind of make me think of the red-headed gal from the anime or manga Dirty Pair. They're both red-headed and scantily clad. But yeah, we're just about to the final boss. Beat them, and you have beaten the game. Yeah, even playing through and revisiting the game. Well, for the final boss, you got to choose your form. You got to choose your alternate form, because your wizard is just not very strong. And we'll be what's his name, Raijin again, with the electrical field. I'm not sure what kind of character he's supposed to be, but I love his electrical force. I still might be. I still think I'm partial to the dragon with his rotating flamethrower. And it's not over. We still have to destroy that thing floating around, but it dies pretty quickly. Though it does have a shield that you need to break down its parts of. And that is the end. I don't know if that final creature was supposed to be that evil magician that taunts you, but we don't see him anymore. And this is the ending of Magician Lord, and Magician Lord was created for the NEO GEO MVS arcade system, and the home system, the AES, and your magician's name is Elta. But this is the ending of Magician Lord. And again, I'd seen this in arcades, and I read about it in Game Pro magazine, and they just gave it glowing reviews. I just never quite jumped on board with it, but I recognize it as one of Neo Geo's, if not their first, big hit. But that is Magician Lord, created by Alpha Denshi in 1990 for the Neo Geo arcade and home systems. And again, the arcade system the arcade cabinet was called the MVS. Damn it, I can't remember what it stands for. Something video system. And the AES was the home system, and I don't remember what that stands for. But this was Magician Lord, created by Alpha Denshi in 1990 for the Neo Geo arcade cabinet. I didn't really see the Neo Geo arcade cabinet until like 1991, and they had like Fatal Fury on it, and I really liked that game. And we will cover that one day in our 20 From series from the year 1991. And we don't see This was a US version arcade release that I was playing, but it still has a whole lot of kanji that I can't read. That is Magician Lord, created by Alpha Denshi in 1990 for the NEO GEO arcade cabinet. And we did not yet see, I think, the samurai fully powered up, so we will take a brief look at that in a moment. First, I will put in my initials on this engraving wheel. I used to think those were kind of neat. We also had one of those clicker price changer wheels that price changers at work used to use. Make a little sticker with numbers and letters on it. That's Magician Lord, and yeah, here's the samurai with the fully powered up swing of his blade. Not a really big fan of this character, but you can swing it upwards and downwards if you jump. But that was Magician Lord, created by Alpha Denshi in 1990 for the SNK cabinet, game number 12 in our 20 from 1990 series. Well, I thank you for watching. I hope you join me soon for game number 11. Happy holidays, everybody. Bye-bye.